This video is regarding a recent Tucson Police Department officer-involved shooting that occurred on the 7300 block of East Calle, Merida. The Pima Regional Critical Incident Team, or PRCIT, consisting of 10 law enforcement agencies in Pima County, was activated to handle the criminal investigation of this incident, specifically the Pima County Sheriff's Department and the Marana Police Department. This is standard practice so that agencies don't criminally investigate their own personnel. A separate but parallel administrative investigation is being conducted by the Tucson Police Department to determine if any policy violations occurred. Investigations involving an officer's use of force can take a significant amount of time. Investigators are tasked with reviewing video, interviewing multiple witnesses, examining forensic evidence, and reviewing hundreds of pages of transcripts and reports. This video is based on information we know to be accurate at this time. Conclusions about whether the officer's actions were consistent with agency policy and the law will not be made until all the facts are known and the investigation is complete. The material we are about to share may contain strong language as well as graphic images which may be disturbing to some people. Viewer discretion is advised. On April 3rd, 2024, the Pima Regional Critical Incident Team was activated for a Tucson Police Department officer-involved shooting in the 7300 block of East Calle, Merida, near North Kolb Road and East Broadway Boulevard. Just after 10 p.m., officers from Operations Division East and Operations Division Midtown responded to the 7300 block of East Calle, Merida, for reports of a domestic violence incident involving a man with a firearm and 2 victims. Here's part of the 911 call, condensed for this video.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
East Calle, Merida, Kolb and Broadway.
You can pull it up here.
26 years old, extremely drunk and violent. He pulled a shotgun and knife, fighting.
Was it in his hands?
Yes, he punched me.
So
He
where
punched
is
his
he
arm.
right now?
He's in the house. I'm outside. His mom's in the house.
Okay. Where did you last see the weapons at?
I got the knife here with me. We got the shells out of the shotgun.
Okay. And he pointed the shotgun at you guys?
Yeah, we got the shells away from him. He comes in and out. He's really, his attitude. He's been in rehab and he's not supposed to be drinking. As far as I know, it's just alcohol. But he's the worst kind of drunk ever.
Who else is at the house, or is it just you three?
It's just is my wife and I, myself, and
Okay, gotcha.
and our dogs. I got the dogs put away, and the gun is disarmed, so
Okay.
he's not. He won't be able to
You're
fire.
sure there's no other shells somewhere in the house?
Oh no, yeah, I'm positive.
Okay.
We got those all away, and I got the knife. It was a folding knife. I got it with me.
Okay. Do you have a vehicle you could sit inside for now?
I'm okay. Yeah, he's in the house, not coming out.
Okay. My standpoint,
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know him. I know that you know him, but I don't want him coming out and trying to get physical again. Even if you don't think that's what's going to happen, or trying to wrestle
Okay.
the shotgun shells away from you. So what I want you to do is either, if you have your car keys on you, get in your vehicle, just drive down the road real quick, or walk down the road. I don't want you right in front of the house. And there are
Okay.
officers on the way. Okay.
Officers arrived on scene and were able to speak with the 2 victims, and they were able to exit the home. Officers were told by the victims that the male suspect remained inside and began to establish communication with them from outside using a long-range acoustic device. Attempts were also made to communicate with the suspect by calling several known cell phones believed to be inside the residence, but the suspect did not respond. Simultaneously, officers investigated the initial incident and learned the suspect suffered from mental health issues, had access to several weapons, and was reportedly intoxicated. Here is part of the interview condensed for this video.
What caused for you to call 911?
Did.
You didn't tell him to call 911?
I probably said call 911
Okay.
to get Jake to stop. And it's not something that I thought he would ever really go through with.
Okay. Did his demeanor change when Jake knew the cops were coming?
Yeah.
Did he say anything? Did you tell him anything?
I didn't really say anything.
Said you were crying.
Yeah.
What happened?
He said death by cop.
Okay. That's what Jake said?
Yeah.
Did you tell the officers that?
No.
Okay.
And he has obviously weapons in the house, it sounds like. A shotgun.
He's
and
got
then
my
handgun.
he's got my shotgun, and then he's got a rifle. He's got a 22.
A 22 rifle?
Yeah.
Okay. And whose rifle is that?
That's his.
Where does he usually keep it?
Under the bed. The shotgun's mine.
Got it. Any other handguns or any weapons in the house?
Yeah, but they're all away.
Does he know where they're at or? No? Okay. What kind of weapons are inside the house other than?
I got a 357, a 9, and another 9.
They also learned the suspect had left and returned home several times, and when he returned in the evening, he was acting unusually violent. The victims reported the suspect grabbed a shotgun and racked it while pointing it at one of the victims. The suspect also got a hold of a knife and began walking towards one of the victims. This led to a physical altercation, with both victims being able to safely leave the residence. An officer with advanced training in hostage negotiations and crisis intervention skills had taken over communication with the suspect. During that conversation, officers learned that the suspect had access to a vehicle which was near an exterior door to the residence. The suspect exited the home near the vehicle. In order to prevent him from accessing the vehicle, officers deployed a K9 and a less lethal tool in the form of a 40mm munition launcher. The suspect fled inside the home and negotiation efforts continued.
Stop or send the dog! Stop, Jake! Stop!
Here! Hold back!
During those conversations with the suspect, he displayed erratic behavior, including yelling, breaking glass that caused an injury to himself, and what was believed to be the sounds of him racking a shotgun several times. Detectives from the Domestic Violence Unit contacted a judge and obtained a search warrant in reference to the felony domestic violence charges. Officers remained outside the home and continued their negotiation efforts. After being at the residence for several hours, the suspect emerged from an exterior door holding a firearm. Officers gave commands to drop the firearm. However, he raised it in the direction of officers, prompting one officer to discharge his department-issued rifle, striking the suspect. Here is body-worn camera video from the officer who fired his department-issued rifle.
Drop the gun, Hank!
It's a gun! Gun! Gun!
Drop the gun! You got a gun!
Here is body-worn camera video that has been enhanced to highlight relevant information.
Keep her alive. Drop the gun, Hank!
It's a gun! Gun! Gun!
Drop the gun! You got a gun!
Once officers made sure the area was safe, they began rendering aid to the suspect using their individual first aid kits until the Tucson Fire Department arrived. TFD took over the life-saving measures and the suspect was transported to a local hospital where he was pronounced deceased. No officers or other community members were injured in this incident. The male suspect has been identified as 27-year-old Jacob Keith Dyer. Here's a photo of firearms next to where the suspect was located inside the front door. There were a total of 7 weapons found at the home. Several hundred rounds of ammunition were taken from the home. Here's a photo of some of those rounds. The Tucson police officer who discharged his firearm has been identified as Officer Kyle Frank, a 16-year veteran with the Tucson Police Department. The Pima Regional Critical Incident Team continues to investigate this incident. When the investigation is complete, it will be presented to the Pima County Attorney's Office for review, which is standard practice for officer-involved shootings. Members of the public with information and/or video of the incident are asked to contact the Pima County Sheriff's Department at 520-351-4900. This is still an active investigation.